Collin, thank you for your time. Incredible achievement, isn't it? Just take a look over your shoulder there. Beautiful trophy.
Shines nicely in the nighttime light, huh?
It does. I mean, you came in pursuit of it last year and you came up short, but you're going to end the week with it this year. How does that feel?
So special. You know, I really made sure, and I told everyone that I was going to focus on, trying to win the DP World Tour Championship, and everything was in my control, right? If I won, no one could have jumped me. And that's why I was ready to focus on that. I think last year coming here, I wanted to win the race to Dubai, but I was focused on that as well as winning the tournament that, that, sometimes your mind just doesn't focus on the right things, and that's really just trying to play your best golf and hit some great golf shots. And today was just a well thought out round, even this entire weekend. I don't think I made a bogey. It's pretty good.
How proud are you to be the first American on that trophy?
So special. There's been a lot of great players in the history of this game, a lot of Americans obviously, but to put my name as the first American against some Hall of Famers, some greats of the game that have done so many things that people still look up to, right? It's really special, and it's never going to go away. So I'm really glad to kind of etch my name in history, and hopefully we can come back and repeat it.
The week's been quite special, obviously ending the week with both trophies, but also the start of the week when you became an honorary life member of the European Tour. How special was that a gift to receive at the start of the week?
Man, a lot of things have happened this week, huh? Very meaningful, right? I've been a pro for 2.5 years, and to already have honorary life membership, it's an honor. I want to be a world player, and I've said that since day one, and I've been fortunate enough to come out to these places of the world, play on the European Tour, which is now, the DP World Tour, to come out and play in Dubai, play in other parts of the world that I never even thought of, right? And just see what the culture is like. And that's what we do as professional golfers is obviously we play golf, but we learn about so many other things around the world. We see how other people live, and we hope to just make a positive impact in any way we can. And I'm very thankful for the honorary lifetime membership.
You mentioned turning pro 2 years ago. Have you been surprised about the sort of trajectory and the path that you've been on since turning pro? Not
surprised. I told, when I was going through the agent process and going through caddies and finding out what I want to do, I told everyone that that's my goal. I want to be out here on the PGA Tour. I want to become #1 in the world. Maybe Race to Dubai winner wasn't really up there. But as things, kind of happen and you have these opportunities, these goals start setting in, right? So I wouldn't say surprised because I set my goals really high. I set these kind of standards fairly high, but I just want to win, and it feels really good not just to be the Race to Dubai winner, but to be the DP World Tour Championship winner as well. You mentioned briefly about growing the game and being a worldwide golfer. Do you think winning this trophy sort of cements those thoughts in your mind, and do you think that will inspire others to do the same? I hope so. I'm still young, and my name's not as household as Tiger Woods or Phil or Rory McIlroy, but I hope so. I hope I'm able to impact at least one person out there that sees not just this game, and hopefully this game as an outlet to go and enjoy themselves and have fun, but just to impact their lives positively. And hopefully we can just keep doing that. I think that's what Tiger has done for this game. A guy like Rory, and getting to know Rory, just a really good person. You mentioned already briefly about trying to let the race decide itself this week if you just concentrate on this tournament itself. How hard is that to do though when other players are making a move, especially today when you mentioned Fitz, you saw Fitz had made that move? Yeah, man, was he climbing up the leaderboard, and he was on the top of the leaderboard for a while. On that back nine, there's a stretch of holes where you don't really get to see leaderboards. But at the beginning of the round, I knew he already started off well. I knew he was going to make some more birdies. And when you're playing like that, you're just going to keep it going, right? But I knew there was a lot of golf to be played, and if I just focused on trying to beat him, I probably wouldn't be sitting here. Maybe I would have got lucky, but I'm pretty sure he finished second, I think. I don't know if it was a two-way tie, but he finished second, right? So he might have sealed the deal. So I had to focus on just playing my game, going out and trying to win. And there were still a lot of holes, right? That's why golf is 18 holes. You can make a bunch of birdies early on, but not finish the round. Today I started off with a lot of pars, came on strong, and thankfully it was enough. I want to take you back to July. Now, I don't think it's probably significant to you, but it is to me in sort of your journey this season. Scottish Open in the Friday afternoon, you went to the back nine, you were 3 shots behind the cut line. Yeah.
You went 5 birdies in that back 9, including birdie in the last to make the weekend. A week later, you win the Open Championship. Is it a significant time during this journey for you?
Yeah, Scottish Open was just about grind, right? I couldn't figure out why I couldn't play in Europe. All right, why could I not play in Scotland? I mean, yeah, the fairways were different. They were firmer. They were a little different grass, but I felt like I was swinging it so well, especially coming off the U.S. Open. But it just made me think, right? It made me learn more about this game. How do I change my irons, which is what I ended up doing? How do I change the weight in my putter? How do I change my grip? You see me hitting lag putts with a different grip, a more conventional grip. So it got me thinking, got my caddy thinking, what do we need to change? We made some right changes, and it's continued, right? It's the same way I putt now as how I did at the Open Championship. Things that, I felt like I did really well back then at that major championship, I still do to this day, and that's what's pretty cool is that you grow as a golfer, right? You bring the good things, hopefully forget the bad, and just keep kind of piling on until you just hopefully dominate this game.
Talking of dominating, you've played well at the big events this year, including obviously a win at the WGC, your first World Golf Championship. How important are those big events to you?
They are. They're huge. That's why they're called big events, and that's why there's better fields, better players, tougher courses sometimes. But every event means a lot to me. I'm not coming out to certain events just kind of, giving it half my effort. I want to win every time because I know that's going to hopefully get me to that #1 ranking. And I don't take the big events lightly either. I put in sometimes a little more work, depending on when you have a stretch of golf, when you have certain events. But when you show up to a big event, when you show up to the DP World Tour Championship, when you show up to a major, a WGC, whatever it may be, these Rolex Series events, people want to win. And, seeing those stars next to people's name, they're pretty cool, I'll be honest.
Well, you're going to have one of those now.
I know, yes, I will.
Listen, there's been a lot of big names have not got their name on this trophy. It's tough to win a race to Dubai. You're an ambitious guy, I can tell. When will you start to think now about the defence of that title?
Tomorrow, all right, next week. Probably got to end the year and try and relax a little bit more. But, to be fair, once we start playing again on the DP World Tour, all eyes are on that, right? How do I set myself up for success and put myself in position to win again? The way the points are all set up, sometimes you don't really have a chance at the DP World Tour Championship, right, at the last tournament. But I want to do it as much as I can to put myself in a good position because it'd be pretty cool to go back to back.
And just finally, you've done a lot of celebrating in your short but illustrious career so far. How will you celebrate this one?
In a couple of weeks, I'm going to have some friends over in Vegas back at home, and it's going to be the one real true celebration of just kind of the accumulation of everything. I haven't seen them all, and obviously living in Vegas, it's a pretty good, nice place to have a good party, and we're going to enjoy it.
Wow, brilliant stuff this week, brilliant stuff this season. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate the time.